Hello!
Well,
Welcome to the Inventory Podcast. We're here. We don't have an intro. We don't have fancy music yet. We might in the future.
we both
But
did study music.
we do music for 4 years, and here we are. The audio quality is going to be crap, just cause on purpose. We're not going to have music.
It's a
Nothing.
punk rock podcast.
Punk rock podcast, except we're talking about video games. Who would have thought?
Video games.
Video games, definitely. Right. I'm James,
And I'm Aidan.
and not really much else to talk about. I don't know. Do we want to introduce ourselves for this first one, or just get right into it?
Let's get right into it. I'm Aidan. You're James. Everyone knows everything they need to know.
Yeah,
You've got a Let's Play channel. I'm thinking of one.
I've got a Let's Play channel, James Saves Lives. There you go. There's my shout out to myself.
NHL 14 all over the place.
NHL 14, all over the place, definitely. I won't be talking about NHL 14 in this podcast, sadly. In due time, trust me. There will be some hockey action on this podcast. But, I guess, without further ado, let's just jump right into this then. What we've been playing. My one's going to be a big one here, so I don't know, do you want to go first, or do you want to be the main event and close this out?
Oh, you go for it, man. I'm just going to be comic relief.
Oh god, I'm just going to go for it. Right, okay, so over Christmas, I got the brand new Sony console, the PlayStation 4. There you go.
Mr. Moneybags.
Mr. Moneybags, Christmas present, all the lot. So, I got the Killzone bundle. I'm not going to talk about Killzone this week, because, I don't want to, blow my load in this whole first bit.
Oh, I already did.
Well, there is that, so don't want to talk about Killzone Shadowfall yet. That'll probably be next week. We'll see if I get around to it. I'm a busy bee lately. So,
Too broke to buy new games, so we're going to have to talk about something.
too broke to buy new games as well. So I think you'll find that we are also going to start talking about a lot of games that came out like years ago. That, just stuff in my backlog. And I know, especially me, my backlog is awful.
And
so,
the games that are free on PlayStation Plus or Gold or whatever the fuck it's called.
Oh yeah, so we're going to have PlayStation Plus, free games, like Barbie's New Adventure and some other shit.
So we'll have new games every month. So
Every month we'll at least have something to talk about, yeah. Definitely. We're guaranteed at least a new game a month to talk about.
that's going to be fun for this weekly podcast.
It is definitely going to be fun. I mean, I've got a bunch of shit saved up from my, few months of PlayStation Plus, so I won't be short of material for quite a while. And I just got all the Assassin's Creed games, well, most of them, so, that's something as well.
And I had a thought, I've got about 20 Humble Bundles that I haven't claimed half the games on, so
Well, shit,
all those.
there you
Well,
go.
I say that, but there's only been about 10, so...
Well, there you go. I mean, do you not get the weekly bundles?
What?
There's weekly Humble Bundles.
I know there's weekly Humble Bundles, but I don't have the money for that.
Oh, for God's sake. Some of
Even
them's
though-
really good.
You pay what you want, but Does the weekly one pay what you want?
Yeah, it's pay what you want, but if you pay £6, you get, a few extra... Oh, I mean, not £6, $6 ends up being, £3.
Yeah.
Then you get that. By the way, shout out to the Humble Bundle. I love them. So
Shout
there
out.
you go. Shout out to the Humble Bundle. First shout out of the podcast. There you go. Check them out if you haven't. But if you haven't, then where the hell have you been under a rock for the past how many years? Anyway, back to what we were talking about. Right, so I got the PlayStation 4 for Christmas, so I'm just going to talk about the 2 free games that I got on PlayStation Plus with it. The console itself, haven't really had much to play, to do with it so far, and I will get to that, why I haven't done much with it. So, for the console, I'll talk about the console itself. First of all, the unboxing, really nice. The console looks nice as hell. Had a problem where I couldn't figure out how to turn the damn thing on.
What?
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. So anyone that's had a console over forever, basically, any console has a power button or, some sort of switch that you'll know it's a power button. The PlayStation 4 doesn't have that. So
It doesn't have an on switch.
It does, but it's hidden in a way. So it's the whole the console is a touchscreen, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how to turn this goddamn thing on, right? So I'm feeling up this console like mad. I'm
I can
rubbing
just
all up
imagine.
on this, trying to figure out how the hell I turn this goddamn thing on.
You're lying beside it in bed, stroking it kindly.
Yeah, and in the end it paid off for me because I finally got the damn thing turned on. Hallelujah. I don't even know how I did it. I haven't figured it out since, but I've got the handy PlayStation 4 controller that you can press on with the PS Switch, so that's a lifesaver. Haven't even figured out how to eject the disc as well, so go figure. I'm
So
sure it's
you've
in the
been playing
manual
one
somewhere.
game, then? Oh, you haven't got
I'm-
another disc.
I was actually watching The World's End on Blu-ray the other day, so that's going to be stuck in there for the entire life cycle of the PlayStation 4 until I figure out how to get the damn thing out.
This literally makes us the worst gamers ever.
It really does. It doesn't help the whole, reputation that, the Sony the consoles have nothing but movies, and now my PS4 is literally going to have nothing but a movie in it. So,
Here, are you not the one who used to bitch on me for having a 360 because it had no games?
well, the 360 doesn't have games. Not that we're fanboys here at the Inventory podcast, but the 360 had no games.
Had Halo. That's all you need.
Had Halo and Forza and Gears, that's all.
I don't think you need Forza.
You really don't.
Not if you've got Gran Turismo.
Just a shout out to everyone as well. I don't play racing games. I couldn't give a rat's ass about cars, so don't expect me to talk about a racing game anytime soon, unless it's Mario Kart.
What about Burnout? Burnout 3. Just talk about it, even though it's about 10 years old.
I like Burnout. Alright, there you go. Well, we're not going to be playing any simulation racing games then.
Okay, then.
Not like when Need for Speed tricked me and I downloaded Need for Speed Shift on PlayStation Plus thinking it was going to be a fun game and it was a goddamn simulator. But I had nothing else to play, so I still played it.
Of course.
Damn, this sidetracking. So the console, after spending about 4 hours trying to figure out how to turn it on, I get it on. It's got the whole nice thing here. With the European PlayStation 4, you get I think you get 14-day free trial of PlayStation Plus if you haven't had PlayStation Plus, which I found out. So if you've ever had PlayStation Plus in your account, you can't use this 14-day trial. So I mean that sucks.
It won't just give you 14 free days.
No, it only works if you've never had PlayStation Plus ever on your account, which I found out. But luckily, I bought like 3 months of PlayStation Plus like a day before I actually started using the PS4, so it worked out for me anyway.
That's alright then.
Yeah, so I mean, I didn't really run into problems. So, God. So I started downloading just the random stuff. I think they had a few games. They had 2 pinball games that were free, which was that was fun. But you pay for you don't pay. You get to download the pinball game and then all the tables you pay for, which is alright. I think it was Zen Pinball 2 and Pinball Arcade with the 2 on there. And then the 2 big games on there were Resogun and Contrast for PlayStation Plus.
I could have swore you were going to say Contra there.
Yeah, right.
That would have been me sold.
Well, so the 2 games were Resogun and Contrast, so I downloaded them, and I think they had like Blacklight Retribution and Warframe, which I heard Warframe wasn't too good, so I never downloaded it. I might get around to playing it eventually, so... Oh god. So yeah, so I downloaded all those games, and that's why I realized there was one thing I've noticed so far in this PlayStation 4 I don't like.
That you can't turn it on?
Besides the fact that I'm too stupid apparently to turn the damn thing on, I noticed that apparently you can't pause downloads. So on the PS3, if you've had a PS3, which we have,
yes.
you can only download one thing at a time.
True.
Which is a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, if you're downloading a bunch of small things, it's a pain in the ass. But if you're downloading like a bunch of big things, it kind of works out because your internet speed doesn't get screwed. Mm-hmm. So I, got excited, got the PlayStation 4, just download all these new stuff, and then I realized it downloads about 5 things at a time. Now, if you've got fast internet, that's fine. My internet's shit.
Not compared to mine.
Right.
I'm surprised we're even able to talk like this.
Yeah. So, my internet's shit, and I've got these 5 games downloading. You can't pause them. You cannot pause these downloads. So your only option is to go through and cancel what you don't want to download at that particular time and then go back for it.
I see.
That annoys me. I'm sure if you had good enough internet where it's like, oh, I get like 12 megs a second, it's like, well, okay, that's fine. You can handle downloading 5 things at once. My internet is shit. So instead of downloading like one thing at a time and having to go fast, I was downloading like 5 things at a ridiculously slow speed, so it took me like 2 hours to get like 1 game done. So that annoys me that you can't pause downloads, and it queues up all these downloads, but you can't pause any of them to like say you've got like 6 things downloading and you want to like only download 1 because that's your priority. You can't do that. You can only download like that. I think it's 5 you can download at a time, so you get that 5 at a time, and the only way you can stop it is to cancel what you don't want at that particular time. So that's slightly annoying for someone with shit internet.
Yeah.
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 Just a little thing as well. There's no customization so far. Like, you can't change the theme or anything. I know anyone who likes to do that on the PS3, you can't do that on the PS4. I don't know if they're going to patch that in or not, but you can't do that.
I don't think I've ever changed the theme.
I
on
do.
my-
I get bored and I just, you just change. I think mine's Metal Gear Solid 4 right now.
I've changed the color, and for some reason it just decides to go purple every so often.
Well, you can't do that on the PS4. You're stuck with blue.
Fair enough. I like green, but
Then when you're stuck with blue, you got to deal with it. Sony says blue.
So you got theme blue balls.
Yeah, you get blue balls. Sony's blue balls. You get that.
The blue balls of Sony.
That's the thing. There's not really much. I mean, so far there's no games, which I'm gonna get to that in a second. The controller feels nice, but obviously they've moved the controller. But I mean, they've moved the buttons on the controller. So for the past, I don't know how many years since the PlayStation 1, you've had the start, select, and the analog button in the same place.
Yeah.
Except on the PS3, obviously the PlayStation Home button has kind of replaced the analog button for obvious reasons. So what they've done now is on the PlayStation 4, they've got like I think a select button and an option button and a touchpad.
Oh, okay.
So what they've done is there's like the crease, like so the directional pad and the buttons, they're all on like a circular pad, and there's like a crease that goes onto the main bar in the middle where the analog sticks are. What they do is in the little creases they've dumped the select button and the what's it called, the option share button, no, share and the option button, I think they've called it now. So when you're used to having these start and select buttons in the same place, and they just kind of like shift it into a little crease, like it's a slight pain in the ass. I'm sure you'll get used to it over time, but I mean, for me using it so far, I mean that's been a massive pain in the ass to have to do that. I mean, and I'm accidentally sharing pictures. The amount of times I've taken screenshots by accident now.
Here's a question: can you use a PS3 controller for games that don't need that touchpad?
No. PS4 controller only. But you can, thank God, you can use the PlayStation Move with it.
Because you want to play Harry Potter?
Yes, round of applause for the PlayStation Move. Great. So, yeah, that's the other thing. PlayStation 4 can only use the DualShock 4, I think it is, and the PlayStation Move controllers. Which, I mean, I've got the Move, but, like, I don't really want to use it. And then the DualShock 4, like I just said, some of the buttons have been moved around. But other than that, it feels great. It feels heavier, and it's got a nice feel to it compared to the DualShock 3. I do like the Xbox 360 controller a lot, though. I think that's probably my favorite so far. If there's one thing I could say good about the 360 is that the controller was amazing.
I could agree there. Definitely.
So, I don't think it feels as good as the 360 controller, and I haven't used the Xbox One controller, so I can't really say that, but right now, I think it does feel better than the DualShock 3, though, and I'm sure I will get used to the controls of the PlayStation 4.
On the subject of 360 joypads, before we move on, and the Xbox One, what the fuck is with not building in a battery?
Yeah, I mean, for how much, I think, what is it? It's 429 quid for this console, right?
Yeah.
With it, you get the Kinect, and you get this controller. I mean, we could make a podcast itself saying that I could make an entire episode myself talking about what I think is wrong with the Xbox One. I could not tell you whose idea it was to bundle the Kinect in, but not have a rechargeable battery in this controller. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know what the deal with that is.
Even if they wanted to save money on it, could they not just include like a USB lead? So if you don't want to play wireless, you just plug in the lead, you can play away.
Well, see, that's what I would think.
See, I've spent more time looking for batteries for my joypad than playing the 360.
I mean, they could. I know they're going to turn around and say that obviously you've got the play and charge kit, which is a fair point, but I mean, that's something that should be there. It's like, you shouldn't have to pay for that to be there. That shit should be there. I mean, it's 2014. Like, a rechargeable battery that shouldn't be an extra. That shit should be there. Then again, this is the same company that also wanted you to pay for, what was it, a wireless adapter for your console, or you'd have to have it plugged in.
Yep.
But, story for a different day. That's what I think about the PlayStation 4. As for the games itself, first one, the exclusive, Resogun. It's the same developers who made Super Stardust HD, which was on the PS3, a shoot 'em up where you get a little ship, you get free weapons, and you shoot the shit out of rocks and bosses. This new one, Resogun, it's a side-scroller shoot 'em up. So far, it's really fun. So I've gone through and I've beat it. It's a shmup, so it's not really that long. Especially, yeah, it's not that long to beat. But so far it's really fun. You don't get the weapon upgrade. Well, you do kind of get the weapon upgrades, but it's not. So far, there doesn't really seem to be a system. It just seems to be random what upgrades you get. So the whole point of Resogun is that you've got typical like shmup enemies like robots and planes and whatever the fuck else is coming after you. And the humans are in pods, and every like I don't know exactly when, but every now and then you get these things called I think keepers. Yeah, keepers. So because it's yells keepers detected. So it says keepers detected. You get these ships coming down that are like glowing green, or just enemies that are glowing green. You shoot them. They unleash a beam that lets out a human that's in a pod. And then when you help the human and throw it into the tractor beam to save it, you get some sort of level up type thing.
And how much acid had you had when you played this?
Not a lot, to be honest with you. No, I mean, it was a lot of fun. They don't really... maybe I missed a tutorial, but they really don't explain shit to you. Like, it took me, I think 2 free tries to figure out what the hell they meant by the keepers. And what the hell I was supposed to do with the humans. Because I just saw the humans, I left them there, and I kept saying, like, human lost. I was like, okay. I didn't really get it. And then you get these power-ups. The bosses are cool. I mean, it's a solid shmup. I mean, for PlayStation Plus, which you should have with your PlayStation 4, like, it's a solid free game. I've really enjoyed it so far.
That's good.
I mean, I don't know if I like it as much as I enjoyed Super Stardust HD, because I love Super Stardust HD. That was kind of... we don't get Geometry Wars on the PlayStation, but we've got this, and I really enjoyed Super Stardust, and so far, maybe if I play Resogun a bit more, I'll start to enjoy it a lot more, but we'll see. Definitely solid, though. I mean, for how much it is, free on PlayStation Plus, definitely grab it. Though I think at this point, it's only on PlayStation Plus until the 5th of February. So... yeah, definitely grab that. Definitely have to grab that. I think it's 12 quid without PlayStation Plus. So you could try 12 quid. I think it's fun enough for 12 quid.
Are you going to be able to keep that after it goes off or not? Because
yes, with PlayStation Plus, if you download it, it is on your account forever, and you can keep it as long as you have PlayStation Plus.
You see, that's what I always thought. But I got Limbo on PlayStation Plus. And as soon as it came off PlayStation Plus, I couldn't play it.
Did you lose PlayStation Plus at that time?
No, I've always had it. It just comes out actively. Automatically.
That's weird then. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought about complaining, but then I got it in a Humble bundle, so it's alright.
Well, you could just if it's on your account, you can just re-download it again anyway. It should still be there.
Oh, I did that. It just wouldn't let me play the game.
That is odd. I don't really get that, to be honest.
I'm not going to complain. I like it better on the PC anyway.
PC Master Race, yeah.
Well, hardly. I use a PS3 controller for it.
Dirty console peasants, PC Master Race, yeah.
All kinds of not proper drivers fucking up my PC.
This is poor people problems on the PC, yeah.
Yeah. Did I tell you what I had to do to get my fucking mouse to work again?
No.
Because I had downloaded, I got a new computer, and the first thing I did was download my drivers from a PS3 controller. So I did that and installed them, and then I decided I want to play Left 4 Dead. So I plugged in my mouse. On a first-person shooter, you want to use a goddamn mouse.
Yeah.
Plugged it in, started installing drivers into 15 different places for a mouse. I thought, okay, fuck it, Windows 8. You never know.
Obviously, yeah.
That all finishes. mouse isn't working. Then I hear boop boop boop, boop boop boop, boop boop boop. The mouse disconnecting and reconnecting every 5 seconds. And I had no idea what the hell was going on. I mean, I was going out of my head. I thought, I bought a cheap mouse, I know that. Maybe something's wrong with the mouse. So I bought the exact same mouse again. Plugged it in. Same thing happened. No idea what was going on. Went through, deleted every driver I could find for it. Nope, not working. Installing 15 drivers again. Had to... Eventually, it came to me at about 4 o'clock in the night, after I'd been working at it for about 8 hours to get my mouse to work, that the drivers I had installed for my PS3 controller were using it as a HID, a human interface device. Which meant any other human interface device that I tried to install into the computer was getting put into that folder. So it was trying to use my mouse like a PS3 controller.
As you do.
Which was fucking everything up. I had to go in, delete that folder, uninstall my drivers, install my mouse, and reinstall my drivers from my PS3 controller.
Nice.
Yeah. So
you got it working in the end, though.
Everything is working now. But I give it until, with Windows 8, about 5 minutes before the next time I plug in my mouse, and it fucks up on me.
Broke bitches problems, we can't afford them high class mice.
That's probably what I get for buying a £5 mouse.
Jesus.
It was HP, I thought, they got their shit sorted. Nothing's funny gonna happen here.
Anyway, to finish off the PlayStation 4, the Everfree game was Contrast. This game, I went on the Metacritic to check it out, and it got a ridiculously low score. I didn't really figure that out. I genuinely enjoyed it. I thought it was a really fun game. It's only a few hours long. I think I beat it in about 3 hours. So it's really short, but it's a little adventure. Well, not adventure. It's a little puzzle game type thing. You are this girl's imaginary friend. You're going through solving puzzles, helping her, and it's got this nice little like noir story. Like I think you're. Okay, so you're the imaginary friend, you're the little girl, her mom is a show dancer, then, like, her dad's a magician, but, I guess that's a slight spoiler, actually. Her dad's a magician, but her, like, I don't know, stepdad or whatever is, like, going in bad with, like, gangsters and the mafia and shit, to try and get a circus of all things. He's trying to bring the circus into town so he can, like, help get money for his family and all this shit. Extremely glitchy game. I will say that. This game is extremely glitchy. The amount of times that you will get sucked into a wall and you'll just be stuck there, you'll kind of have to like wiggle the left stick around and try and get unstuck.
Oh, it's not even fun glitches?
No, especially the ending one. The ending glitch is the most infuriating thing on the planet. So in fact, I'm going to tell you how to fix this glitch, or at least what's worked for me. For anyone that wants to listen to this and find out how the fuck do you fix this, I'll tell you how. So at the end, I'm not going to give spoilers. You're climbing up this tower. As you're going up, there's shadows. Oh, you can morph into walls because you're the imaginary friend. So you can morph into walls and climb up shadows. That's the whole thing. You're contrasting, between the light and the shadows. So you can jump through shadows. You can climb on shadows. You can go on shadows to get through stuff. That's the whole thing. So you're climbing up this tower. All these like little scenes are playing in the shadow. Then you come to a point where a wall gets knocked down. Here's where you stop for anyone getting this glitch. Watch, there's a scene that pops up on that wall that falls down. Watch that scene. It takes like a few seconds to trigger that scene, but it works. So, wall falls down, wait a few seconds, scene plays, and then carry on after the scene's finished, and then that should avoid the glitch for anyone at the end of that game. There you go. That's what's worked for me, like, twice now.
So to stop it glitching, you just watch the scene the whole way through?
Yeah, just watch that little, like, shadow scene the whole way through.
Oh, right, so it's not a proper cutscene or anything, it's just...
No, it's
something that happens in the background.
Yeah, just something's happening there. You just watch that all the way through until it stops and then carry on, and that glitch will be going for... So yeah, overall, the game was really fun. I thought it was a nice, short, little puzzle game. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. The glitches were a bit shit, but the only really breaking glitch was the one I found at the end, and I seem to have found a way to kind of get past it. So if you do that, you should be fine. But I mean, it's a fun little game. The puzzles, I mean, some of them aren't too. I mean, it's not too hard of a game. I mean, I guess some of them could be a little bit of a, like, God damn it type thing. But I mean, other than that, the puzzles aren't too hard. There is a bit halfway through that reminds me an awful lot of Limbo, to the point that you're going through a cave system being chased by a spider.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, I don't know if it's the same developer who did Limbo or some shit, but it was basically exactly ripped off from Limbo. But I mean, again, this game was free on PlayStation Plus as well. It's multi-platform. It's on, I think it's on PS4, PS3, PC, and I think it's on the Xbox 360. I don't know that. But, I mean, for this game was a lot of fun though. I don't know how much it is full price, but for how much I paid for it on PlayStation Plus, it was fantastic. So, I mean, give it a go. Listen to what I just said about that ending glitch to try and get around it, because the glitch is really frustrating. But I mean, for a fun little 3-hour game, I really enjoyed it.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, it was great. And that's really all I can say about the PlayStation 4. I mean, I guess my final verdict on the PlayStation 4 so far is that, if you have a PlayStation 3, or if you go on, I think Sony Entertainment, like, whatever the hell their online thing is called now, if you go on their shop on the PC, you can download everything on PlayStation Plus. I mean, if you got PlayStation Plus and you want to get, like, Resogun and Contrast, like I've just said, because they're only up for until the 5th of February, I think I said. They might be up a little bit earlier, but I don't really know. Get these games for free, tie them to your account, come get them when you get a PlayStation 4. Because I'm just going to say, right now, I don't think you need a PlayStation 4.
I would wholeheartedly agree, because I don't have one.
I mean, at this point, like, I'm so glad I got a PlayStation 4. I'm so thankful I got a PlayStation 4. I'm so thankful that I got one for Christmas. I mean, it was a great present. I'm gonna love the shit out of this PlayStation 4. But my problem is the only games on it so far are like FIFA and Madden and Assassin's Creed. I mean, I don't mind sports games, but my problem is that I really wanted a game that was a PS4 game.
Yeah.
A retail PS4 game. Because at this point in the UK, PS4 games are like, 50, 60 quid?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a bit of a piss take, but I mean, for how much they're charging, it's not worth it. I will go and play some of these games. Like, I do want to get Black Flag and PS4, but I mean, there is nothing there that's a system seller for me at the minute. With that being said, Metal Gear Solid 5 and Infamous are coming out in March. So, if you're holding off on the PS4, save your pennies, get the damn thing in March and get it with Infamous. Because Infamous looks fantastic, but that's all I'm going to tell you. You don't need a PS4 at the minute. I always wait until March when Infamous and Metal Gear Solid 5 come out. That's really would be my advice. But if you have PlayStation Plus, go and try and get Contrast and Resogun.
Awesome.
That's, yeah, so far a great system though, but you don't need it right now. That's all I gotta say.
So, what
Your
have I
turn
been
now
playing?
after all that talking.
You've been playing, PS4, being cool and stuff with new things. I've been playing Minecraft.
Minecraft. And what have you been playing it on?
Of course, I've been playing it on the PS3.
The PS3, the newest console version of Minecraft, yes. How is it?
Exactly like the 360 version.
Exactly.
Well, there's no skins yet, I don't think.
Does it have the Tower of Pimps in the tutorial as well?
I believe so.
Does it actually?
I think so, yeah.
Oh man, you're gonna have to go look for that.
So the thing is, I didn't play the tutorial because I've played it on PC and 360 and iPod, iPad, fucking everything else.
Just about everything, the BlackBerry.
Which does bring me on to one thing I've been thinking about with Minecraft.
What's that?
There's never going to be a Minecraft 2. I mean,
but the thing is that Minecraft's a game where you don't really need a 2, do you?
Yeah, well, of course that is true, but what they're gonna do? Charge for more skin packs and stuff? Is that how they're gonna make the money out of the franchise.
Well, in theory, yeah. I mean,
Although saying that, they have made a shitload so far, so I think they're
that
set.
being said, right, the PC version's only sold like what 13 million copies, so I think he's all right.
And that's just legitimate copies.
I mean, there's no doubt Minecraft has made us a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
to
but
the point that it's now getting like huge conventions I think Orlando was the last one they got like a full-on Minecon.
yeah,
I mean, this game is just absolutely ridiculous in how much it's made. I mean, I bought it when it was an alpha years ago.
I watched you play it in class.
I played it in class as well because I had nothing else to do, so I'd sat there and played Minecraft. But I mean, I never played the console version though. So what's different between the console and the PC version?
Resolution.
Right.
Well, crafting is a shit ton easier.
Yeah, it's they do it. It's got like a recipe book, doesn't it? It just tells you what you can build.
Yep. It
with
just
the stuff you've got.
It's really simple, which makes it accessible, which is possibly the best thing, because if you're playing anything on PC, odds are you're probably, unless you're playing something like Finding Nemo, you're probably not a kid. If you're playing a PC game, you're probably over the age of 12.
Probably. I don't know, man. There were some whiny kids on, on Steam.
I didn't say they were mentally over 12.
Right.
So to have an accessible version on the home consoles, which kids, although there really should be one on the Wii and Wii U. Sidetrack though. To have an accessible version that if you have kids, you can be like, here, this is virtual Lego. Cavort.
Especially, you actually bring up a good point there with a Wii U version. I mean, you've got that touchpad.
Yeah.
That touchpad is basically screaming, your backpack, your crafting bench. It screams. Like, Minecraft would be great on something like the Wii U.
I still don't think they've utilized that thing at all to the potential it needs to be used.
No.
That is the exact reason why the damn thing hasn't sold enough. Because they marketed as this huge gimmick. Oh, now you've got a tablet as well as your console, and you can do things and other things. But it's essentially just a big clunky controller.
That's, oh god, yeah. I mean, I grabbed a Wii U as well, so I can talk about the Wii U in another episode, but yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know what they're doing with that thing, but yeah, Minecraft would be great on the Wii U. As
I've said, I've played Minecraft and everything it's been on. If it came out in the Wii U, I might actually just buy a Wii U for it.
Ooh, that's a bold statement.
That is a very bold statement. But then, of course, I could just get Zelda as well.
Well, there is that, yeah.
But
I mean,
go
ahead.
Are we going to talk in? Oh no, we're not. I thought we were going to talk in unison for the rest of the podcast there.
Awkward. No, we're good. Go ahead.
But anyway, so yeah, Minecraft. It's. And I'm not going to say this. This is going to sound like I'm saying it as if no one's ever heard of Minecraft, which we've already established isn't true. But,
oh no, I don't think there's anyone that hasn't heard of Minecraft or knows what it is at this point.
Exactly. But the actual main thing I love about Minecraft, and I'm probably not alone in this, is just playing in creative and making the most fucked up things possible.
I mean, people love. I mean, I'm not a creative person, so me being in creative, it's just about useless. You build a tower of like wool, and let's say, okay, that's cool. I mean, I'm more of a survival guy. I love survival, but I mean, I know people go mental in creative mode. They build some really cool shit.
Which brings me on to yet another sidetrack. I've built us a small village.
Oh, for God's sake, the inventory village.
The inventory village. Because at some point we are going to get together with a capture card and we're going to have to play a game.
Definitely.
So we're playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
And you get to see my amazing house with its epic lava waterfalls.
See, now I have to see the shit you've been building in Minecraft. But I mean, the console version, I mean, it definitely seems like more of a casual version than the PC. I mean, I don't think you can really deny that. It seems like a more simplified to get more people into it. Personally, I would love to play a console version because, for me, I mean, I just find servers to be a pain in the ass on PC. Like, because I don't play with friends and, get a stable one. Is it stable? I don't know. Does it work? Who's setting it up? I don't know. Your internet shit. You can't set it up. You set up. I don't know how. Okay, here we go. 20 minutes later, we still haven't played Minecraft. Obviously, with the console, you don't have that problem.
Nope.
I mean,
saying that I don't play online anyway.
Well, I mean, Minecraft console. You want to play on console? Yeah, let's play console. Boop. Okay, we're in.
Mm-hmm. That is possibly what I would say is the best part about it being consoleized, is that it's pick up and playable. Whenever you go into the PC, you're sort of, and this sort of talks about the way I game as well. Whenever I game, I've got my PC at my side, it's playing music, or I'm watching videos and I'm playing away, and I'm talking to people and everything.
Yeah.
But if I'm playing Minecraft or any other PC game for that matter, it's gone. I'm just focused totally on that game, and a weird thing for a gamer to say, but I'm not overly fussed on being focused on one thing at a time, which you know me, so you know that.
I mean, it depends on the game, definitely. I mean, Minecraft is definitely a game that you can get, obviously, engrossed in doing it. Which, I don't know if I could be that engrossed in, say, a survival one on a console as I would be in PC. Well, obviously, I just find it, like, easy to be, like, fully committed to something on the PC, where it's like, you're playing like Stalker or Fallout and you're on PC. It's like, you're into it because you're so close. Whereas on the console, obviously you're laid back, you're chilling. I don't know. Obviously, if you're just being creative or dicking about friends, like a consoleized Minecraft version would be like fantastic because it's just that you're chilled and laid back.
See, the way I see it with stuff like that, with stuff like this, is if a game grabs me and through me not even noticing makes me focus all my attention on that and neglect everything else, then it deserves to have all that. But if it forces it upon me, I don't really like that. So that's why I'm not a PC gamer, and that's why I'm going to get a shitload of hate. Well, I say a shitload, we're going to have about 2 listeners, so...
Yeah, but you're going to have the PC Master Race going to come after you, man. I mean, my PC can't run shit, so I mean, I'm alright.
You bought a gaming PC, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but I might upgrade my graphics card, and maybe then I'll be able to start talking about more PC stuff. Maybe. I mean, there's one game I want to talk about PC, but I'm not spoiling it. It'll come in later episodes. It will come. I will talk about it.
Did you get it in the Steam sale?
No, it's not even a Steam game.
It's not a Steam game?
No, I've been playing the shit out of this game, but again, no spoilers. I'm not talking about this until another episode. Maybe the next one. I don't know. We'll see. So, that's Minecraft Console Edition. So, what do you think? Better or... I don't know. What do you think about it, then? It's short and sweet.
Short and sweet?
Yeah.
If you want to play Minecraft, and you want to just be able to jump in and out of it, get the console version. If you want to create massive things and invite loads of people to come see it, probably best to get the PC version because you're going to spend a lot of time doing it anyway. But
no, it sounds good though. I mean, it definitely sounds like a more, I don't want to say casualizer because obviously, can't say casual when you're a gamer. But I mean, it sounds more of a like casualized, laid back version of Minecraft. Which I mean, it's Minecraft. It's not some MLG, fucknut game. I mean, it's Minecraft. You don't have to be a tryhard on Minecraft. It's okay to be a casual with it. The crafting system seems absolutely amazing. I personally wish they would actually put it in the PC version, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it seems great. And thankfully, it's actually come to the PS3 at this point. I think it's coming to the Vita and the PlayStation 4. I don't think it's on the PlayStation 4 yet or the Vita yet. So it's coming to them too.
It is. They wanted to focus on getting it on all the, now last-gen consoles before they brought it up.
Yeah, and then obviously it's going to go on to the Xbox One as well. So, I mean, Minecraft is everywhere. If you haven't played it, I don't know what the hell you've been doing, but it seems like you'd be nearly better off going with the console version, if you're more just wanting to try it out. I mean, so far I've never played the console version. I've seen videos and heard you talk about it. But so far, my only real complaint is there's not nearly as much customization as there would be in the PC version. But I mean, they release a shit ton of skin packs, and from what I hear, they're dirt cheap. So
it's true.
You know why? Who cares? Like
the one thing
if you want skin packs, go for it.
The one thing you do miss in the console version is mods.
Yes.
Well, you miss that in the console version of fucking everything, but I love my mods.
Yeah, I mean, I rarely use mods. I mean, obviously there's some mods in Minecraft I'd like to use, but other than that, I'm fine with the vanilla Minecraft. I think it's a great game how it is. So that's Minecraft console version.
Yay!
What's next?
Peggle.
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 Motherfucking Peggle. Oh my god, this game.
We're gonna have to tell the story behind this, aren't we?
Y'all, yeah, go ahead.
So, last summer, me and James and friends of the female variety that belong to us were at an anime convention.
Gaming convention as well, by the way.
It's an anime convention. Let's not lie to ourselves. We went to an anime convention and didn't see any anime.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But anyway.
Called QCon, hosted in Queen's University, Belfast, Northern Ireland. If you're obviously in Northern Ireland, you should definitely go check it out, by the way. It's a lot of fun.
It is
really cheap as well for a weekend pass. So, I mean, if you live in Northern Ireland, go check it out.
Or if you're coming over during the summer, or you want to just do something for a weekend, you get a cheap flight, stay on someone's sofa, not mine, because. And
they even give you accommodation as well. So, I mean, definitely if you're in Northern Ireland over the summer, definitely try and check out QCon. They're cheap and they're really nice as well. And there's a lot of shit going on. They support charities as well, like. Pay tournaments, you pay the money, goes in towards charity. I'm sure we'll talk about it coming up to QCon this year.
Shout out to Queen's Dragon Slayers.
Yeah, shout out.
One's behind it all.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure we will talk more about QCon coming up to it, but anyway. Yeah, go ahead with the story.
So, me and James and the females were in the gaming room, and we strolled over to the very end of the row, the very last 360. No one's playing it. James says, "Oh, look, it's Peggle." I'm like, what the fuck is Peggle? He said, "You haven't played Peggle?" No, I haven't played fucking Peggle. What's Peggle? So
the greatest game ever.
He sits me down with a joypad. I launch a ball. Why can't I control this thing at the bottom? What's going on here? What did I do? Aidan, you decide where to shoot the ball. You're not the bucket. It'd be nice for someone to tell me that to begin with, but you know. So, 2 balls in, and I'm hooked. I'm fucking obsessed.
It's motherfucking Peggle.
It's motherfucking Peggle.
It's not just Peggle. Peggle, okay. Goddamn Peggle. Greatest game ever.
I can't dispute that.
I mean, oh my god, I haven't played. I'm assuming. Okay, so what have you been playing it on then lately?
I've been playing the PC version.
Right, that's the same one I was playing then.
Yes, and well, it's Peggle. It's just Peggle. I'm not complaining about that because I love Peggle.
Okay, so what is it for those who don't know what Peggle is?
For those that don't know, it is essentially a puzzler / rip-off of Plinko, I think it's called. You know,
Plinko, yeah.
Plinko, yeah. Where you decide where to put your ball and try and hit all the orange pegs within 10 balls, although you get ones added and such, and special power-ups if you hit green pegs. And that's about it.
But you get the purple one, which gives you double points.
Double points, but I don't care about points.
You get the little cup at the bottom, and if you get it in there, you get the extra ball.
Yeah. And you've got all these dopey characters, like a retarded-looking unicorn.
And what the characters do is they give you a special power-up. So the unicorn gives you, I think, a guide.
Yeah, super guide.
So you can see where you're going. I mean, I think there's about, 8?
I think
6 or 8?
I think there's 12.
12? Jesus. I haven't played the game in quite a while, so yeah, I mean, there's quite a few different characters in the game, and they all have different power-ups.
And they all suck besides the double ball and the super guide. I hate every other power in that game besides those two.
I mean, I haven't played that game in ages, but I mean, it is a game that you just get hooked on. I mean, I played it on the iPad as well. I forgot to mention that. I've played it on the PC. I beat it on the PC and I beat it on the iPad. This game, it gets hooks into you and you can't put it down until you beat it. And even after you beat it, you want to keep playing.
That's why I got Peggle Knights as well.
I haven't even played Peggle Knights yet.
It's almost the exact same. And by almost I mean it's Peggle. It's just more Peggle.
More Peggle?
More ways
you
to
can't
play
really
Peggle.
complain about more Peggle.
You can't complain about more Peggle.
But, I mean, Peggle, it's a fantastic game. I mean, it's definitely like developed by PopCap as well, which normally make fantastic games as well. So, but I mean,
Was it
Peggle.
PopCap that made Plants vs Zombies?
Yep. Them.
Then that is confirmed. They make amazing games.
That's a game for another time as well. But damn, they're great.
You want to play Peggle now, don't you?
Huh?
You want to play Peggle now, don't you?
I know. I might take my iPad on and just start playing during the podcast.
You
The
don't
only
have to
thing
hold
I-
a microphone. I do.
The only thing that's a shame is that they released Peggle 2, and as far as I know, it's an Xbox One exclusive. I don't know if
believe
it's
so.
timed exclusive.
I think it probably is timed exclusive.
I hope it's a timed exclusive because
As
I
do
want
I.
to play Peggle 2.
I don't want to, but I am so addicted to Peggle, I might actually finally give in and buy an Xbox One. And I don't have money for that. I don't have money for a PS4, and I
A
really
430 quid Peggle machine.
I really want a PS4. I can't afford that shit. But Peggle's on Xbox One. Sign me up.
I mean, you gotta make these decisions sometimes.
You do.
But I mean, Peggle's great. I mean, if you haven't played Peggle, it's on the iPad, iPhone. It's on iOS. I don't know if it's on Android or not.
Don't think it is. But
well,
again, don't quote me on that.
iOS, PC, Mac, Xbox, PS3. Don't know if it's on any of the portable PlayStation consoles, but I mean, it's near enough everywhere. So I mean, if you haven't played Peggle, you got to play it. It's a fantastic little casual game that you'll just get addicted to it.
You will wake up with something.
Pegs.
You're seeing pegs. You've got what's in your hair. Maybe a slice of toast as well. You don't know how they got there because you didn't have any in the house.
There's balls flying everywhere as well.
There's balls flying out. Balls just coming at you. Just coming at you.
Well, I mean, you got to do these things.
You gotta play Peggle and get addicted like I am.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm currently shaking because I want to play Peggle.
I don't know. I might have to play it after this podcast. We'll see. But I think that's it for the games we've been playing. We've actually been running quite long here, I think. Jesus.
Well, I assumed this podcast was going to be about 7 minutes long, but we're into an
I
hour
assumed
now.
we were gonna. I thought we'd be struggling for an hour, but I mean, we've still got 2 other things to talk about. Well, I mean, 2 sections to talk about here.
Yay!
Speaking of which, we'll go on to one of the sections. So that's what we've been playing over the past week. New releases. We're recording on a Thursday, so most of these will be coming out tomorrow, or sometime over the next week. First one up is Octodad, the Dadliest Catch on the PC.
I love this game, and I know nothing about it, just from the title.
Oh my god, I don't even know. All I know is that it went through the Steam greenlight process, and it passed. And I know it's the sequel to the original Octodad.
Which I know nothing about either.
I didn't know that. I thought this was like the Game of the Year edition of whatever, the add-on version of Octodad. I didn't know it was a sequel. But this is the PC version. PC version's coming out tomorrow, I think, on the was it 24th of January?
It is
I
indeed.
think. So, yeah, Octodad Dadliest Catch. No idea what the hell it is. It looks absolutely mental, and I want to play it.
I have seen maybe 3 screenshots, and I purposely didn't look at any more because I knew if I did, I'd spend money on it, and I can't afford to spend money on anything.
Oh my god. But, I mean, this game looks mental. I really want to play it. Hopefully I'll get around to it. I don't know if I'm going to get on PC or PS4 yet. Give me a reason to play my PS4. We'll see. But Definitely out on PC tomorrow. I don't know when the PS4 version is coming out. It might already be out for all I know. I don't know. But that's Octodad. What is it? You walk around as a dad who's an octopus. I don't know what the hell you're doing, but you're an Octodad, the Dadliest catch, obviously. I mean, it looks mental. You're gonna have to. I can't really explain to you
There
what
are
the
not
hell it
words.
is. There really are not words for what the hell this game is. I couldn't tell you, but it looks mental, so definitely check it out. Next up, I couldn't really get a solid release date on this. I mean, some people are saying this was out tomorrow, some people are saying that this is out next week, but I threw it down for this week to see. Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition. So this is the rebooted Tomb Raider. Coming to the PS4 and the Xbox One. It includes all the DLC. It's the definitive Tomb Raider. And it was just actually announced today that the PS4 version is going to run at 60 FPS at 1080p, so suck it, Xbox. For people who, get really psyched on 60 FPS and 1080p, there you go. I personally don't give a shit.
We are going to get so much hate from PC and Xbox fans because we're such fanboys of the PS3 and 4, and we're useless at anything
Obviously,
else.
even though one of the games I've been playing nearly non-stop for the past 6 months is a PC game, but again, I'll talk about that another time. But I mean, yes, it's pretty much the game of the year HD version of Tomb Raider that came out, I think, last year on everything. It's it's for the next current gen or some shit of consoles, and it comes with all the DLC. So if you haven't played Tomb Raider, I haven't played it yet. Heard it's really good, so I might actually pick this version up. Heard it's really good, so there you go. I think it's actually cheap. Oh shit, cheaper as well.
I've never been a Tomb Raider fan. Ever.
I played Underworld, and I thought Underworld was alright, but it never was a game I got into. Never heard Triangle Titties, the Madonna.
Yeah, I would play maybe a level or two, just put down the joypad and maybe play G-Police or something else, PS1.
No, I was definitely never a Tomb Raider person, but Uncharted kind of got me into that kind of genre of. Well, I'm not gonna say Uncharted got me into that genre, but it kind of got me into that taste of Tomb Raider. I really enjoyed Uncharted, so I thought I'd try Underworld because I heard Underworld was fantastic. I loved Underworld. I thought Underworld was really good. Haven't played this one yet, so now that it's on PS4 with all the DLC, I might actually check it out. We'll see.
Just so you can use your PS4?
Yes. I'm in desperate need to use my PS4. Give me a reason to play this before Infamous. I'm psyched for Infamous, but god damn it, someone give me a reason to play this damn thing.
Because if he doesn't have some experience, he mightn't be able to turn it on to play Infamous.
Exactly. I'm going to forget how to turn it on. I'll be stuck watching The World's End for the next 10 years. It's a fantastic movie, by the way. Everyone go watch The World's End.
Not as good as the other two, though.
Oh, I thought it was better than Hot Fuzz.
You thought it was better than Hot Fuzz?
The World's End was fucking hilarious.
So was Hot Fuzz.
I need to watch Hot Fuzz.
The Great How Good.
Again. Shaun of the Dead was great. Hot Fuzz, I didn't like the first time I watched it, but I'm going to rewatch it because everyone says how amazing it is, so apparently I missed something.
It is a movie that gets better with more watches. You pick up more things. Right.
Yeah, I'll check that out. But anyway.
Gaming podcast. Gaming, not movies.
Gaming podcast. It just happens that I've got a movie in my PlayStation 4 because there's no goddamn games.
I'm just surprised you own Blu-rays because I don't.
Dude, I'm a snob now.
You're a snob now.
If I look at a DVD, I shrivel up.
Where? What part of you shrivels up?
Oh, we all know. Anyway.
I was trying to get you to say it.
Right. The third new release. There really aren't a lot of new releases coming out. We're just after Christmas, not a lot of shit's coming out. The third one, I know me and you are super excited about. Dragon Ball Z, the Battle of Z.
I love me some Dragon Ball Z.
I love Dragon Ball Z. I think Dragon Ball Z is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Although, every time I say Dragon Ball Z, in my head I pause a second and think, is it Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball Z?
Dragon Ball Z.
I know.
Don't be that guy.
I don't want to be that guy, but it's not even a conscious choice I make. Anyway,
Right. So, what do we know about this game? All I know is that hopefully this game is good because I love Dragon Ball Z and the fighting games are. I know you get these Dragon Ball Z dickheads who are like, "Oh man, anything after Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is shit." Fuck you. I don't care. Stop telling me how that's the only good game in the goddamn series. Play something else. But I liked Raging Blast. I liked Raging Blast 2. I thought they were both fun. The last one, not the one for Connect, that one, fucking god. The one before that, I think it was Ultimate Tenkaichi.
yeah.
That game sucked dick.
What was that? Because
That
I
game
never
was-
played it. Was it like a collection or was it a new game?
There was a collection, a Tenkaichi HD collection. That was a collection that included Tenkaichi 1 and 3.
That's
I
what I'm
haven't
thinking
played
of
that
then.
one yet. I really want to play that.
Why didn't it have...
Ultimate Tenkaichi was the one after Raging Blast 2, and it was absolute garbage. I played it. It was shit. Don't play that goddamn game.
I think we played that together, to be honest. I think
We might have
one of
for
the
all I
rare
know.
occasions I stayed in your house, we played that as well as some Call of Duty where you only use a knife because I suck at first-person shooters.
Oh, yes. But, I mean, for this game, apparently it's got, like, a new mode where you got team fighting, so you can have multiple people fighting at once, and they can do, like, special attacks and heal each other, which I think that hasn't been in the last few games. It wasn't in Rage and Blast 1 and 2, I don't think.
As
And
in...
I don't care if it was in Ultimate Tenkaichi, because the game sucked.
As in...
So far, I mean, that's new, the team fighting thing, and then, apparently, there's a new appearance of Super Saiyan God form Goku.
I see.
Now, I haven't watched Dragon Ball Z in a long time. So, what in the hell is Super Saiyan God form?
I don't know.
Well, me neither, because that's like one of the main selling points. I was like, we feature Super Saiyan Goku God forms. I have no idea what the hell that is.
Unless it's
So-
from GT and they've brought it in.
Because
I never watched
I've
GT.
never even heard of it. I've never even heard of it. So that I mean, woohoo, God forms there.
Yay.
They're also toting the fact that they've got like over 17 characters in this game.
17 or 70?
70.
Ooh.
So I mean, there you go. But I mean, so that game's coming out. I don't know if it'll be good. I mean, I'm not rushed into it. I rushed out for Ultimate Tenkaichi and the game sucks, so I'm not rushing out for this thing. I'll have to see how it goes before I even think about looking at it.
I'll give it a rent.
Yeah, I'll give it a rent if I can find it, because Extravision sucks.
I don't think anyone outside of Northern Ireland or the South knows what Extravision is. It's Blockbuster, but
It's
not.
Blockbuster. Yeah, but shit.
I've never been in a Blockbuster. I don't think we had them here.
I've been in Blockbuster because I used to live in America. They were
Oh, because
alright.
no one can tell.
You never. Well, I mean, I'm stuffy, so I mean, I probably sound like shit. You know, our first episode, we're all over the place, and I have a cold, so I mean, we probably sound fantastic right now.
I'm not sure I even want to know what my accent sounds like recorded.
I'm sure you'll find out.
No, I'm never
That's
gonna
all the
listen to
new
these.
releases I could find for this week. I don't know if I missed any. I'm sure I did, but I mean, that's all. That's the biggest ones I could find. So there you go. That's them for. I don't know. On to news, I guess.
I guess.
Do you have the news stories in front of you?
Yeah.
Red, do you want to read off the first one then?
You want me to read? Hearthstone has an open beta now.
Yes, was it the new Blizzard card game? What was it? Hearthstone Heroes of Warcraft,
Hearthstone.
I think.
Is it? Oh, fair enough.
I'm
I
assuming it is.
hadn't heard of this game until I watched RT News yesterday. Apparently, it was eagerly awaited. I don't know.
I know nothing about this game. All I know is it's Blizzard's card game. It features characters from the Warcraft. What was it? Universes. I'm assuming. I want to play it because it's Blizzard, and very rarely do they put out like bad things. I mean, they could put out a game I don't give a fuck about, and I'd probably still play it and probably still enjoy myself.
So
Hell, I enjoyed StarCraft, and I'm shit at RTSs.
this is probably the blind leading the blind here because you don't know nothing about it either. But are we talking like Yu-Gi-Oh card game where you're using characters from the Blizzard universe, or is it like what it was called, Metal Gear Acid or whatever it was on the first
Oh Christ!
on the PSP, that sort of thing.
No, I think it's more like the first one. I don't know. I think it's like I guess Yu-Gi-Oh. Yeah, we'll go with that. All the card game fanatics are raging right now.
Magic the Gathering.
Why is it not like Magic the Gathering? I don't know. All I know is it's what is it? Yeah, Hearthstone. Heroes of Warcraft. Card game by Blizzard. It's now in open beta in the US. By the way, I just want to clarify that it's in the only open in I think in the US or North America.
I know
there's a slight difference.
They also stated that it doesn't mean the game's complete. It is apparently nowhere near complete, and this beta might last a while.
It's gonna be as long as Minecraft's beta, which lasted like 2 years. Actually, no, the beta was like 2 months. It was alpha that was in for like 2 years.
Hey, it worked, and now everyone copies them. So,
I guess there is that. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing Hearthstone. If they release it over here, I'm sure I'll try it. If it's open beta, I'll try it for free. Why not?
Talking about betas, I think I may have guessed what your new game is, but I don't know now. Your PC game.
Keep it a secret.
I want to keep
it a secret.
I'll ask you when we finish up, because I think I know what it is, but I'm probably wrong. So not only am I saving myself from looking stupid, but I'm also not spoiling stuff.
Right. Okay. We'll guess it, and then I'll let you know. And then we'll see because I'll I'll talk about it next week.
Yay!
And then we'll see.
We have something to talk about next week.
Yeah. So that's cool. The Last of Us DLC Left Behind has a release date of February 14th, Valentine's Day, worldwide, I think.
So there's going to be an awful lot of angry girlfriends.
Oh yes. I played a bit of The Last of Us. I was recording it for my Let's Play channel, but that kind of went and didn't work out for me. So, I mean, ever since then, I haven't gone back and played it. I really don't want to go back and play it. I think I played it for about 2.5 hours. Really enjoyed it. And this is a prequel DLC about Ellie, I think. Yeah, Ellie, the girl. So, it's prequel showing what's happened before that. And, it's, I think the other girl's name is Riley. If you got the collector's edition of, The Last of Us, it came with a comic, and it kind of showed how these two met, and yeah, so it's them two from the comic.
I just want to point out now, because there might be someone listening who will listen to further episodes, with AAA titles like this, I don't play them when they first come out. I wait for, well, like Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition, or the Game of the Year Edition that comes with all the DLC, because I'm too cheap to buy it when it first comes out, and I'm too cheap to pay for DLC.
I'm normally the same, unless it's a game I'm super excited about. If I'm super excited, I'll probably get the collector's edition, to be honest. But other than that, I try and wait for, obviously, the complete editions. But, yeah, so the new DLC is scheduled for Valentine's Day in the US, the UK, and I think Germany or some shit. I don't think it's worldwide. I think it's like 3 countries it's scheduled. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. It's supposed to be a bit different than the game itself. I mean, there's multi-faction battles now. You can have the infected and the humans, and apparently you can pit them against each other by making sounds and attracting them to each other, and they'll fight.
Sounds cool.
Apparently the battles you do get into are going to be a lot harder than in the game. So, I mean, that could also be interesting. So apparently it's slightly different. I mean, there's different ways you can go about battles in this DLC, so that's kind of cool. And it's going to be cool to see how what happens with, I think, is her name Riley? I think it's Riley and Ellie, I think. But yeah, it's going to be cool to see how those two kind of go before The Last of Us. And that's pretty much that. But, I mean, I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully, I'll play The Last of Us before that. We'll see. Probably not. I do plan on playing The Last of Us, though.
So, I think what we got next is what's coming out in PlayStation Plus for us over here in Europe. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
You have for PS4 Outlast coming on February 5th.
Yes, Outlast, the horror game. I forget who it's made by. Looks absolutely goddamn terrifying. So I can't wait to play that and probably shit myself.
Are we talking me playing Slender in the middle of Belfast on a Saturday night with all the lights off, and
This game looks worse than Slender, to be honest. Oh my god, this game looks absolutely terrifying.
You and our earlier mentioned female friends standing behind me saying, "Oh, it's not that scary. It's not really not that
But how
scary.
you're a pussy, yeah.
You're a pussy."
But I mean,
and then everyone jumps. Just to point that out.
But I mean, Outlast looks absolutely terrifying. I've heard it's gotten compared to like Amnesia and Penumbra on the PC. I've watched a few videos of this game. It looks absolutely goddamn terrifying. So I'm probably gonna play it and shit myself, and then probably break my PS4 to get it away from me. So there's that.
It's a good
That's
thing.
out February 5th as well. By the way,
you might want to get it on disc then, maybe. So you can eject it. Oh wait, no, you can't eject discs because you're useless.
I can't eject it. It won't make any difference to me.
You're still gonna throw the thing against the wall.
Yeah, definitely. So that's the February 5th PlayStation Plus update for February in the EU. You get Outlast on January 29th on the PS3. You get Metro Last Light and BioShock Infinite.
Nice.
And on the Vita, you get Dynasty Warriors Next, which, whatever, and Mod Nation Racers Road Trip. So, I mean, considering how much PlayStation Plus is, right? I mean, what, it's like a $5 a month, I think?
I think it's even less than
and you're getting Outlast on the PS4, Metro Last Light, and BioShock Infinite. Like, I know BioShock's been out for a while, but I mean, that is a great game for a $5.
This is exactly the reason why I don't buy AAA titles as well. Sooner or later, it's probably going to be free in PlayStation Plus. Because everyone's already bought it, and they just want people to play the damn console.
And I recently bought the collector's edition. Actually, no, I got it gifted for me for Christmas, I think. So I haven't even touched it yet. So I'm really looking forward to playing BioShock Infinite. So that'll be coming soon as well. I'll give my opinion on that when I actually get to play it.
By the way, how big is BioShock Infinite in storage size? Do you have any idea?
I don't even know yet.
Because when one of the what do you call it? Oh fuck, brain fart. Drake's Fortune. Uncharted.
Uncharted?
When Uncharted games come on PlayStation Plus, I bought it. The files were too big for my hard drive on my PlayStation because I've got the second run one with 80 gig hard drive, and I've already got about maybe 10, 15 games on there at the minute.
Dude, you need to update that shit.
I do need to update that shit, but I didn't cloud save anything, so if I take that hard drive out, I'm fucked.
You could back up your saves.
And oh yeah, I suppose so. That would make sense.
Anyway, yeah. So I mean, PlayStation Plus. I mean, this is really gonna make us seem like Sony fanboys, but I mean, for the value you're getting, considering you pretty much need PlayStation Plus to play online on PS4 now. And what you're going to be getting on the PlayStation 4, I mean, on the PlayStation Plus for something you pretty much need, I mean, that is great. I know Microsoft tried to do it with, like, the Xbox Live Gold. If you get it, you get free games. But I mean, like, we're getting BioShock Infinite on the PS3.
We weren't getting this.
They were getting, like, Halo 3.
Awesome game.
And Crackdown. Like, a 6-year-old game on Xbox Live. So, I mean, PlayStation Plus is great. So I mean, we'll probably shout out like what's coming every month just to let people know. Because I mean, I'm sure we'll let someone know that a game they really want to try is coming on PlayStation Plus, and they'll want to download it or something or whatever. So we'll probably shout that out. And maybe if we do end up looking at the Xbox Live stuff, we will shout that out as well. Because we're not going to be biased. I mean, obviously we both have PlayStations, and I have a PlayStation 4, so we're going to talk about what we use. That's just what it comes down to. But I mean, it's not going to be biased. If Xbox and releases something cool, we will talk about it.
We don't hold any ill will against Xbox.
No,
we should have said that at the start before we slagged it.
We really should have. I'm gonna have to put like a little note on the YouTube video for this.
But the truth is, I prefer my PlayStation, so I use my PlayStation. I don't
exactly, and I've been a PlayStation gamer pretty much my whole life, so there's that.
I don't own a 360 myself. It's my brother's, so I don't use it that much. I use it whenever he gets a good game and he's finished. I jump on and play it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I use my PlayStation because I'm used to the controller. I've been using it for fucking 15 years now.
Yeah. And that being said, like we said earlier, the 360 controller is fantastic, and there are some 360 games I like. So I don't hate Xbox. I just use PlayStation. That's that.
That's all. That.
I think you said before the show you had one more news story.
I do. Although
right, I know nothing about this, so you go ahead.
I don't know if I want to call it news though, because
rumor mongering.
Everywhere else is calling it news, but apparently Nintendo possibly working on a new console called Nintendo Fusion.
Nintendo Fusion.
Indeed, they had a tour a few years ago called Nintendo Fusion, which was I think it was a what would you call it? Like game core bands were playing music from video games.
Game core?
Well, you just add core to something and it becomes a musical genre. Me and you know this.
Light core. Stool core. Chair core.
Parkour.
Goddamn.
Anyway,
right, so they're thinking of... Yeah, go ahead.
So, apparently they're recycling this name, and the product itself is essentially... Well, this is what I think the Wii U probably should have been. It's a home console and an updated version of the DS, essentially, where they work in unison, and then you have your DS to take around and do whatever with. It is rumoured there are specs online, which I'm not going to get into because I don't know about you, but when someone starts rattling off specs to me in a video or a podcast, I don't hear it, I don't understand it, I just go read it.
Yeah.
But the fact that there's specs seems to make it a bit more legitimate, but someone could have just made that shit up. But
yeah.
if it does turn out to be true, then what would you say? Maybe a year from now, we might get confirmation, and it'll be out by the end of that year. So that means what? Wii U would have lasted 2.5 years.
And see, that pisses me off, right? As someone who just bought a Wii U, to hear that, like, they might be making a new home console annoys the shit out of me. Now, I know the Wii U's doing garbage. Like, I'd be blind. You know, there is that. But, I mean, the problem with Nintendo, right, is that they're trying to do things two ways. Either, like, dump this stupid Wii U pad, give us a proper controller, which you can get the Wii U Pro controllers.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, dump the gimmicky shit, give us games on the Wii U, and just say, right, like, this is our dude, like, don't you dare make a console a year, like, 2 years after you release the old one, and then say, that's a fucking mulligan. Like,
just be happy you didn't buy a Virtual Boy, because it lasted 6 months.
Oh my god, but... to me, if Nintendo were to release a console, like, anytime soon, that would be a slap in the goddamn face to anyone who's bought a Wii U. What they need to do is either say, we're gonna make games and do this shit, or, you know, I know they've got their virtual console, but, you know, put a lot of games on there and make their, like, Pro controllers cheaper. Because their Pro controllers, I think, at the minute are like 40 quid. So, I would say, make that controller cheaper, get us more games. I mean, just piss out a Mario, piss out a Star Fox, piss out a Zelda. Give me Star Fox! For God's sake, when was the last time there was a good Star Fox game?
When was the last time?
On the Nintendo fucking 64.
Was there one on GameCube? I can't remember.
It was shit!
There was one then.
Yeah, I played it. It was god awful. Like, give us a Star Fox game. You, like, Nintendo know what they're doing. Like, if you're gonna admit that, like, your third-party games are crap,
which
like,
they mostly
no one
are.
is really gonna play their third-party games on the Wii U unless they have to.
I think the only reason anyone buys a Nintendo is for Nintendo's games.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, the rare occasion, like Zombie U. I know Zombie U got trashed, but I've been playing it a bit, and I've enjoyed it. I think it's kind of fun.
That's an Ubisoft title,
I don't think it's as bad as their... Huh?
It's Ubisoft, isn't it? Or am I
yeah,
wrong
Ubisoft.
There? Well,
no, that's Ubisoft.
That would be good.
But I mean, to me, it's not a great. It's an alright game. Like, you have some third parties that are willing to do this, but you're Nintendo. You've got the IPs. Like, It's not like you're short on goddamn IPs. Throw something together. I don't care if you pulled the EA stunt and gave us a fucking Super Smash Bros. And Mario Kart every year. People would buy that shit. Like, and Pokemon Snap! You've got a camera in your goddamn hand. Let me do Pokemon Snap! Like, they've got all this shit that they could be doing on the Wii U, and they just won't do it.
I will get...
Like, to me, they've either gotta, like, start pushing these games out on the first party, or, you know, get some third-party developers in, or say, fuck it, we're not doing home consoles anymore, we're sticking strictly to handheld, because they're good at it.
You know what I would say? I could think of two things that would sell the Wii U overnight. It would become a bigger success than they originally thought it would be, which it never turned out to be. One, an add-on that makes it compatible with 3DS games.
Yeah.
And DS games, of course. And two, a home console version of Pokemon.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they could
and not Stadium,
I don't know,
not
easily.
Stadium, just a proper Pokemon game.
I mean, obviously, like, any Pokemon game would, like, sell like hotcakes if they made it good enough. I mean, it just seems to be that, like, I don't know what the hell they're doing at Nintendo. They've either got to get their ass into gear and start pushing out these games on the Wii U, or just say, we're done with home consoles and move on over to the DS. Because the DS is fine. The DS, they're fine with the DS.
Oh,
like,
I saw my first 2DS the other day.
I did too. It's a lot smaller than I thought it was.
I'd seen it in the box and shops, never seen it out in person. And then, just while walking through the shopping centre, I saw a girl walking through playing one. It's like, they exist? They actually happened?
Yeah, I mean, but I don't know. To me, that, like, if they release another home console this early, it would just be a slap in the face. So they've either got to, like, get their ass into gear, release games, or just say, we're done and go onto the handheld. Like, because they can't keep doing this shit where, like, they just release out fetid shit of, like, you know, Mario and Sonic at the backyard football court. It's like, you know, if you guys have, and don't even get me started on Sonic. I mean, no one can make a good Sonic game, apparently. So, I mean, that's out of the question. So,
Well,
like, they've got the IPs. They can do something with it. They just won't.
Well, what was that came out episodically a while ago? Was it Sonic 4?
Sonic 4 was...
Sonic 4 was
I
dead
enjoyed it. I know a lot of people hated it, but I enjoyed it.
That's what any Sonic game should be. A side-scroll fucking platformer. Not...
And I enjoyed Generations. I thought Sonic Generations was fine.
I played a bit of that
loved
as well.
actually.
It was pretty good.
But, I don't know. I mean, part of me doesn't want these rumors to be true just because I want them to focus on the Wii U and I don't want it to be a mulligan, especially for me who just bought a Wii U, for them to turn around and, like, that would be a slap in the face. But I mean,
Alternatively,
we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Alternatively, if this Fusion thing wasn't actually a console, specs were made up, but they were working on something that was to join your Wii U and your 3DS, would that make you pull a full 180 and love the whole thing? Would you be like,
if they could,
oh, hells yes?
I mean, if they could make something, you know, I like how the Vita and the PS4 have remote play. If they could do something like that, you know, like, let me play my Wii U games on the DS, or let me play my 3DS games on the Wii U. Like that, like, I would sit there and play Animal Crossing New Leaf. I would sit there and play Pokemon Black or X and Y. I would sit there and play Luigi's Mansion. Like, if they could do something like that to make it compatible, yes, I'd be fine with it. But I mean, if it's going to be an entirely new console, no, I would absolutely hate it.
Essentially, what the rumors are is this is a console based on being able to do remote play, which, for me, I'm assuming the hardware isn't compatible to be able to do it in the first place. Between
I guess we'll have to see what it is.
Between the current
really.
iterations of the Wii U and the 3DS. Yeah. So I'm assuming it probably will never happen if it hasn't happened yet. So
yeah.
If they want to do that and think it'll sell more stuff, then they probably are going to have to make a new console. So
yeah,
you're screwed.
I mean, we're going to have to wait. I mean, I'm sure they'll announce something at E3 or around E3. They normally do. So I guess we'll wait and see for that. But I mean, that's really all I can say about that. I mean, I don't want it to be a new, like, their new console. If it's gonna be something like an add-on or, a compatibility thing, then fine, but I don't want it to be like, we're dumping the Wii U for this. Like, that would annoy the hell out of me. And I'm sure it'd annoy the hell out of everyone else who bought a Wii U as well. But
on a side note as well, there's a lot of people who are just excited about Nintendo not having a stupid name for a new console. I'd like to point out, the Wii was originally entitled the Nintendo Revolution. And of course they had to change it because of the 360. What happens if they decide to change this? What are they going to call it? The piss? Shit?
I don't know.
Am I just being vulgar for the sake of it now? I don't know.
It's gonna be the Wii U, and Wii U 2.
I Wii on you too.
Wii U 2 is gonna have loads of delay on it. Every game on the Wii U 2 will be delayed by about a month.
Lag! No, it's just a Wii U 2.
Oh my god. Anyway, I think that's it. We've covered everything for this week.
Yeah, I don't think we talked about anything substantial at all. Which is lovely, because that's just setting up for what this thing is actually going to be.
I'm sure someone will listen to this. We'll see what happens, but
We're going to get so much one guy.
we'll see what happens. But anyway,
look us up and beat us up. Come
yeah,
back.
definitely. That's why we don't give our last names on this podcast yet.
What was
that?
What?
That's why we don't give our last names on this podcast.
Oh, so you don't want me to say it? No?
No.
It's probably connected to your YouTube account, which is James Saves Lives. So
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. So, I mean, there we go. That's all for episode 1. There we go. The pilot, the beta episode
Alpha
of the Inventory Podcast. The alpha.
Actually, no, our
This
alpha
is
was
an
last.
This is an
wasn't public.
extremely early alpha. So I guess, we'll just say everything going on here. So, yeah. If you want to see what we're up to, all the updates and shit, we've got the Facebook, which is the Inventory Podcast. Search that on Facebook. We got the Twitter, which is, what was it, Inventory Cast or the Inventory Cast?
I believe so.
Yeah, we'll do that. And then I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube, just so, YouTube listeners can go watch it as well. We'll have the links to everything there as well. If you could like it, subscribe, and obviously leave your comments with feedback. Tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what we could do differently. Tell us where we could improve. We will listen. We will read comments, and we will do all that jazz.
Tell your friends, tell your parents, tell your boss.
Yeah,
tell
hide your kids, hide your wife. Tell people you hate. Tell them that the podcast is so bad that they should listen to it because you hate them.
But
just, yeah.
Actually, no. Tell them that if they watch the podcast, we will give them a personal shout out, and then we won't, and they'll be disappointed, and you'll be like, yeah.
There you go. That's how you get back at bullies.
Yeah.
That's what the Inventory Podcast is here for you. We are here for you guys.
We love you.
But there you go. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. There you go. Subscribe on YouTube. Leave comments down below for your feedback. We will listen and get back to it. That's all for the show this week.
Yay!
It was good. It was a lot of fun so far.
It is.
We'll be back next week with more stuff. And yeah, so
Bye.
we'll see you guys next Friday, next Saturday. See you guys next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.